Hello, everyone. Good evening. Namaste. So good to be here with you to do our practice of yoga. How blessed we are. That's how I feel, very blessed. I'm going to just update you. I don't know if you know about that, but this week we are changing just a little bit our format, the format of our live classes. We are, rather than I start the streaming 15 minutes earlier, I am now kind of starting on time. I start just a few minutes earlier today. I think 3 minutes, just to have a little bit more space to update you in regards to our format. Our videos were actually a little bit too long. Then I'm just trying to make it easier for you when you are not live here with me, when you are just using the videos on another time to do your practice, rather than you look forward throughout the first 15 minutes till the practice started. In this way, you know that you start the video a few minutes, you're gonna start your practice. And that is how we are adjusting now. We are in this learning, seeing what works better, what resonates better. Other thing that we are changing, and let's see how we go tonight, because it's the first time that I'm going to do that in YouTube, because YouTube, the live stream is different from Facebook. You need to do different things. My idea today, what we're going to do is I will stop the video after the yoga practice, and I will start another video for our practice of meditation. And in this way, you have the practice of yoga separate from the practice of meditation. Again, it's just to help you out. For you, like, I want to do a meditation right now, and you have the video there, bang, it started your practice. Just thinking about the practicality and to facilitate the access of the practice for you. That is why I am doing this work. Now I'm doing this work is for you to keep it up with your practice and not to disconnect from your practice of yoga. And that's why I'm doing these videos. Don't forget. No, I was looking in YouTube, and I was seeing this. There are so many people doing so amazing jobs regards to video, and I felt a little bit shame that the quality of the videos like that I am producing, that they're really, really low quality, and I apologize you about that. But actually, I don't have the equipment that actually you need to deliver a quality of video. And right now, with these situations, the webcams, they are so expensive. And then I came back to within my heart, and I remind myself why I'm doing this. And actually, is for you, is to give you the opportunity for you to do your practice. And I hope that you are bearing with me these videos, that they are not amazing quality, unfortunately, but that at least you have this instrument that help you to keep connected with your practice. Then if we are reaching this goal together, then I am happy. And now it's time for us to start our practice. And we're going to start our practice working with the Nada Yoga component, which Jala is in charge. The Nada Yoga component works with vibration in this level of energy, the vibrational level. It's very important when we are working with sound that you participate into producing the sound. And there is two levels. One is that when you produce a sound, there is a unique vibration that happens within your body that only you can produce. There's nothing else that can do that, just you. Then it's very important that you participate of the chanting. We're gonna start it with the mantra Om. The mantra Om. I'm gonna do a small little video in our segment of Let's Talk About It about the mantra Om, how to chant the mantra Om, what is the meaning, something a little bit more in depth in terms of information. But just a quick touch about the mantra Om. The mantra Om is bringing, developing, or expanding this vibration of harmony, of cooperation, of balance. Then, in simple terms, is just that. But then, which means if in your mind, when you chant the mantra Om, that is what you want to create, is exactly what we want for you to do it, is to have the intention. Remember that the sound, the intention is vital. Because if you are like distracted or you don't even put an intention and you just say Om, 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 that will not have an impact, a deep impact within you and around you. Then I invite you to chant the mantra Om. We're going to start now finding a comfortable position, any position at this moment. Now, just make sure that you are in a position that you can chant. Now, use this moment. I feel like now, for example, that probably you have more space to do, because to work with sound is very challenging. It's not easy because you are exposing yourself. And sometimes when you are in a class full of people, we feel shy to actually use your voice. And now you are at home, probably in a room alone or surrounded by family. Then use this time to practice and to use this amazing tool that is sound and is chanting, and observe what does with you. Find this comfortable position, a position that you are seated, that is a sitting position, because then you can chant, can be on a chair or in the bed, wherever position that is comfortable but facilitates for you to produce sound. And how we're going to start it? We're going to start chanting the mantra Om together 3 times. And then after these 3 times, I will do our mantra. The mantra that I normally do in the beginning of the class, which is a mantra that is developed to remove all the obstacles, to bring the mind to this space of clarity. Then when I am chanting this mantra, I invite you to continue doing the mantra Om out loud at the same time that you're listening the mantra that I am chanting. Continue doing the mantra Om. And if for any reason you cannot do this out loud, you feel uncomfortable, there are people that maybe you disturb someone else, for any reason, then do it mentally. Repeat it mentally. Also, in this way, there is many, many benefits. Let's take a deep breath, bringing our attention to the area of our heart. May our mind is in coherence with our heart. May we allow our heart to be filled with beauty, harmony, balance, healing. Let's chant the mantra Om 3 times together, and you continue. Continue to the end. Om. Bhuta Ganadi Kapita Palasaraba Namami 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 Feel the vibration within. Feel this space of the heart and observe what is the vibration that is filling this space. And in this state of awareness that we start to nourish, you're going to start to move from this position that you are, from this position of comfort that you chose to practice your Nada yoga component. Let's now come to the floor, to your mat. You're going to lay down on the floor with the back in direction to the mat, preparing your body for your pranayama position. Once you lay down on the floor, you're going to bend your knees and place your feet on the floor, grounding yourself, starting connecting yourself with the floor. Observe the connection between feet and floor, pelvis and floor, back and floor, head and floor, shoulders and floor. Observe this connection. And now start moving your pelvis forward and backwards, slightly bouncing the pelvis forward and then backwards. Observing what happens with the muscles of the back when you do that. Observe. We will observe that when you move the pelvis forward, the back is flat on the floor. When you move backwards, you create a big arch. Then now feeling the whole range forward and then backwards, move to the center, to what we call the neutral position of the pelvis. In this position, you have just a small little space between the lower back and the floor. Then you are in alignment. Bring your chin slightly in direction to the chest to alleviate the vertebrae of the area of the neck. And let's bring your hands in direction to the lower abdominals, just below the navels. And before we start our practice of pranayama, take a deep breath and bring all your attention to the area of the chest. And using your exhalation, release these muscles of the chest. Take another deep breath. And in the exhalation, now release your shoulders. Really paying attention in this relaxation when it occurs the exhalation. Let's do that just one more time. And then in the exhalation, all this area, chest, shoulders, neck. Deep relaxation in this area. Then we're going to start practicing our abdominal breathing. Is the breathing that we are studying, and we're going to start observing the movement of inhalation and the movement of exhalation. That is what we're going to study in this first moment. You started with the inhalation, air coming through your nose, and the abdominals expand like a balloon. And exhalation, air again out through your nose, and the abdominals will contract. But in this contraction, you are not using, it's not you that are contracting. The muscles contract just because of gravity. Then you are not forcing this contraction, which brings a very balanced element to the abdominal breathing in the laying down position. Then inhalation, abdominals expand. Now you use your energy. Now you make these muscles to work to bring the air to the lower area of the lungs. And exhalation, surrender. From now to the end of our pranayama, you not stop breathing. This breathing starts to be continuous. Actually, we are looking for a rhythm. All your attention first at the beginning is only in the inhalation and the exhalation. And you are studying the length of this breathing. What is the length that is an expanded length, but at the same time does not hurt your zone of comfort? How you know that is when you can do both movements without struggling. Inhalation, exhalation. Now let's add the other two elements of the breathing for you to also to study in your pranayama. And now are the pauses. We're going to do an inhalation, you have a pause, you do an exhalation, and you have another pause. And now you're going to study again the length of these pauses. How much can you play with this length without you have any constriction or interruption in the next element? Then you start to study these four elements that create the circle, the cycle of breathing. Start to play with the length and observing how much you can expand without interference in the next movement. Visually, you are creating a circle. Imagine how smooth the energy circulates in this circle. And it's the same with your breathing. We are looking for this smooth transition from one moment to the other moment. Now, at the same time that you are holding this rhythm, this circle that you discover that is comfortable but is expanded, holding this rhythm, you will expand your awareness. All your awareness till this moment was in the breathing, in all these four elements, in the expansion, in to work with this circle, in the rhythm, with the pace. Now you will hold this rhythm that you reach, but you will bring your attention to your physical body, observing if you are holding the alignment that we study in the beginning of the pranayama, and observing if you are also holding the relaxation, which means observe if the area of the chest, shoulders, jaw are not holding contraction, unnecessary contraction. And we're going to arrive to the last circle. And the last circle will start in your next inhalation. But please hold your pace. Do not rush. Own your rhythm. This last circle ended after your pause, after the exhalation. And you complete this circle at your own pace, respecting this rhythm that you arrive to it, that you study, that you build within. Once you finish this last cycle, you will allow the body to start to breathe again naturally. The natural breathing means no interference, because the body naturally breathes. The only thing that you will do it is to bring the air in and out through your nose. That is the only interference that you are doing. But beyond that, you're not interfering, which means you're not moving a particular muscle, you're not interfering in the rhythm. The first element here that you pay attention is actually if you can observe the breathing without interference. And I will tell you, that is already a practice. Because normally what first happens is when we observe the breathing, we stop breathing. Then we start the practice of observing the breathing and not interfering. Here we are refining the state of awareness of the mind, bringing the mind extremely focused to the present moment. And with this sense of awareness, with this sense of presence, you are going to start to move. And remember, these transitions, they are as important. The state of the mind between these transitions, they are as important as the moment of stillness in any asana. Then your presence, you cannot transform the movement automatically. And for that not to happen, you really need to focus. Then you're going to make this transition, but observe how you are moving. Remember that the best way to come from the floor, and I believe that you are on the floor now, because you are in a pranayama position. The best way to go away from the floor and come to a sitting position is to roll in direction to your side, and then using your hands and arms, you bring your trunk up. It's a very healthy way of transitioning, where you're actually not going to overwork with the muscles of your back. And once you are in your sitting position, we have not worked yet with knees, with pelvis, which means maybe the sitting on the floor for you right now will be uncomfortable, will be too much. You're not going to be able to hold your alignment here in the trunk, and you need that for the exercise that we're going to do it. Which means if you want to sit in a chair that have a nice hard surface, please do it. Or if you want to sit on the floor, maybe you are using a nice hard cushion, or maybe your yoga block, something that you make for you this position comfortable, but it's will sustain your alignment. Then once you are in this sitting position in alignment, we're going to start to work with this muscle here of the side of the neck, where they hold a lot of tension. And for to do that, you're going to bring the ear in direction to the shoulder, just bouncing the head from one side and then the other. Be very gentle with this movement without really trying to go all the way, respecting this range, just to one side and then the other. Start gently loosening up a little bit this side muscles of the neck. Now what we're going to do, we're going to increase and expand this movement of side position using our arms to expand even more this relaxation. Then if you are on the floor, I will suggest that you come to Sukhasana, which is the easy cross position, or you can use Ardha Padma, the half cross lotus, if you like it. Whatever position here with the legs that you feel comfortable on the floor, even the legs in extension if you need it. And if you are on a chair, you can do the same movement sitting on a chair. What you're going to do now, you're going to bring one arm up and then be coming back to the center. The other arm up and then back to the center. Arm up, and again, you observe that the head, it is bouncing gently also to the side. And at the same way that we start the movement with the head, here also we are not rushing. You're not coming all the way. Maybe I can bring my elbow in direction to the floor in this movement. But I am really respecting this rhythm, this inner rhythm, and really respecting my body gently warming the muscles to arrive to the whole possibility of movement. We're going to introduce the breathing to this movement. And in this way, you have more opportunity to organize your rhythm. Inhalation to the side and exhalation to the center. Inhalation to the side and exhalation to the center. Don't forget to use the head also gently bouncing to the side. Gently start to expand the movement to its whole potential. Really observing how far can I go from one side and then back to the center, using the expansion of your breathing. Inhalation all the way and exhalation. And the next exhalation, back to the center. Then we're going to bring our hand in direction to our head, bringing our ear in direction to our shoulder. Very careful with this motion. My other hand is on the floor. Observing the alignment of the spine. Putting here just enough for you to stretch that muscle on the side of the neck. Release your head. Take a moment here on the center. You're going to just bring now your chin in direction to the chest and looking up. Do not drop your head completely in direction to the back. Just chin in direction to the back, to the chest, and then looking up. Just to releasing the muscles. Your hands are there on the floor, which helps you to keep this alignment of the spine. Observe your mind. Remember to bring the mind always back to the physical body, always back to the present moment. As close as the mind is to the present moment, as close you are of the state of yoga, connection, union. You're going to stop your movement, and now you're going to grab your head again and bring it to the other side. Now stretching and working with the other side. Remember to not to put too much pressure here, to be very gentle. It is a very fragile area of the body that holds a lot of tension and imprints a lot of memories. Releasing your head gently back to the center. And now with the tip of your nose, you are creating the symbol of infinite. Is the number 8 in the horizontal position. Really releasing all that muscles. The same time that you're doing this movement, start to pay attention if your legs are relaxed. Start to pay attention if you're holding the alignment of the spine. Observing that the area of the neck is more and more relaxed, more and more release of tension. Let's change the direction. The tip of your nose, you're creating this number 8, this laying down 8, this symbol. Really releasing all the tension, all the old memories. And if a memory or an emotion pop in your mind, observe that emotion. Embrace that emotion, embrace that memory. But do not chat with the memory. Do not interfere mentally trying to comprehend or judge. Just accept and allow it to leave. Then you end your movement, very gently moving the head to one side and then the other. And now we're gonna work a little bit with the pelvis. If you are sitting on a chair, we can just separate your knees a little bit and do exactly the same movement. Here on the floor, we are coming to Baddha Konasana, which is bringing our feet together. Find a comfortable distance between your feet and your pelvis. Doesn't need to be a tight distance here. Give to enough space for us really to work with the pelvis. How we gonna start it? We're gonna start only with this circle where the spine is still in alignment, is still straight. And these circles are really with the emphasis on the rotation of the pelvis. Then we're gonna release the whole body now into this circle, which means spine, head, the whole body now is entering into this circle, into this movement. And then I will put the breathing in this movement. Half of the circle is inhalation and the other half is exhalation. The half that you go away from your feet, inhalation. The half of the circle that you come in direction to your feet. Exhalation. Bring all your awareness to this movement that is spread from the pelvis through the trunk till the head. And the whole upper body seems engaged in this movement, in the circle. And you end your movement, bringing your hands in direction to the back of your pelvis and stretching your legs. If you are in a chair position, you can do the same. Stretch your legs for a moment, releasing a little bit. And now with your hands on the back of your pelvis, pointing your fingers away from you, you will first open your chest and you're gonna push your chest in direction to the ceiling and look in direction to the ceiling, not dropping your head, simply opening the chest and looking in direction to the ceiling. We're going to hold here for a few minutes. Your legs are in parallel position. Your feet are flexed in direction to your knees. Opening your chest, bringing the shoulder blades together. Inhalation here, deep inhalation, and exhalation, release. We are coming back to Baddha Konasana. And now we're going to start that same rotation. Now anti-clockwise. Or in the opposite direction that you just done it previously. I'm just trying to figure out myself which direction I was working. Yeah. We started with our spine is still in alignment, is still straight. Really focus in that position of the pelvis. Here we can use your hands on your ankles to really help this rotation on the pelvis. And then you will use your whole body, the whole trunk now. The head, the spine, inhalation, half of the circle, exhalation, the other half. Inhalation in the half away from your feet, and exhalation in the half in direction to your feet. Releasing the head, really allowing the head to enter within the movement. And you end your motion. And now you're going to bring your feet as close as possible to your pelvis. If you need a moment before we do the Baddha Konasana, we're going to bring our trunk in direction to our feet now. But if you need a moment stretching, maybe to give a little bit of rest for your knees and your pelvis, please do it. If you are in a chair, remember just to bring your legs a little bit apart, and then you can just release your trunk forward. Make sure that you are safe. If you're here with me on the floor, feet in direction to your body. Inhalation is stretching here in direction to the ceiling. Abdominals in contraction, and I'm going to release my body in direction to the floor, releasing my head completely. Hands close to the body, circular motion up. The hands are helping here. And we are in a transition. And if you are in a chair, I invite you to come and lay down on your mat if possible. We're going to still do a twist before we enter in Shavasana. You can do the same in a chair position if you need it. We're coming then on the floor. Remember always to come to the side of your body. Then bringing the back in direction to the floor. And we started with your legs in a bended position, releasing the muscles comfortably in direction to the floor. And you will stretch your arms in direction to the ceiling, the shoulders away from the floor, and then bring first the shoulders. Then you're going to open your arms in cross, first the elbows, and then the hands. And now take a moment to look to your hands and observe if they are in the same height of your chest. Then you're going to cross. You're going to cross the right leg on the top of your left, dropping both legs in direction to the left, and turning your head in direction to the right. Releasing your shoulders in direction to the floor. What we are aiming here is to engage every single vertebrae in this rotation. Now you're going to bring your head back in direction to the center, uncrossing your legs, bringing first your right leg and then the left. And then you will bring the right leg to the floor and adjust. Adjust your body, adjusting the muscles of the back, the feet nice placed on the floor here, the spine in alignment, in stability. And you're gonna stretch again your arms in direction to the ceiling. Take your shoulders away from the floor. Stretch. All like trying to touch with the tip of your fingers the ceiling. And then you will release first the shoulders, then the elbows cross position, and last one is the hands. Take a moment, look in direction to your hands, observing where they are, if they are in the same height of your shoulders. And then you cross. Now the left leg on the top of the right, dropping both legs in direction to the right side and turning your head in direction to the left. Allow the whole spine to enter in this twist. Release your shoulders. Make sure that your shoulders are relaxed in direction to the floor. Then you're going to bring your head back to the center. Uncross your leg. Bring the left first, then the right. Fixing the muscles of the back. Then you're going to bring your hands in direction to your knees and you're going to bounce gently from one side and then the other. Gently allowing your head to enter into the motion. Gently bouncing from one side and then the other. Very gently stop your movement, bringing one leg and then the other in direction to the floor, stretching one leg and then the other, making sure that you have maybe your blanket. You're coming to Shavasana now. You will stay there in the laying down position. Legs in extension. Releasing your arms along the body with the palms in direction to the ceiling. The chin is slightly in direction to the chest. Observe if you need to have something else to make you feel warm. Remember your temperature, it will fall in this position. Then make sure that you are warm and comfortable and that you are using all the tools that you need to make this journey of Shavasana, of relaxation, the most comfortable and enjoyable journey. We will start releasing completely every single part of the body that I am calling. Let's start with your feet, then the legs, let's close our eyes and relax deeply. Let's relax our pelvis, the muscles of the back, the muscles of the abdominals, the muscles of the chest, shoulders, arms and hands. the neck, the face, the head, the whole body, from the sole of your feet to the crown of your head, from shoulder to shoulder, from hand to hand, from knee to knee, from foot to foot, from ear to ear, relaxation, harmony, balance, healing, peace. May peace is filling the space of the heart. May in the heart there is kindness and gentleness and connection. And the mind floats within the vibration, beyond the sound. And travels till arrive in the physical body, here in the laying down position in Shavasana. And we start to feel the physical body, every single part that is touching the floor. We start to feel the back of our hands, the back of our legs, our heels, the back of our head. We feel the weight of the body against the floor. And very gentle, without rushing, we start to move, to bring the movement. Moving the head to one side and then the other. Moving the fingers and the toes. Stretching, moving, bouncing, twisting, taking a moment to perceive which movement is the body calling. And take your time. Now we are finishing our practice of yoga. I hope that you enjoy it, that you have amazing time, that you feel your heart with this vibration of connection. If you are staying for meditation, take all the time that you need to make this transition from your laying down position to the sitting position of meditation. Today, I will interrupt the video, concluding our practice of yoga, and in a few minutes, I will be back for our practice of meditation. Gratitude have been a beautiful journey. I hope that you enjoy it. Namaste.